party set to get. In the cool feeling for happy, they went quiet. Dancing and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool feeling for happy, they went quiet. They went fire. Purple and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool feeling for happy, they went fire.
Seems to feel the beat, look at how loudly. Why don't we keep the rhythm till party's done? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when DJ stop the sound, let us ride.
They went fire. Purple and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool feeling for happy, they went fire.
Seems to feel the beat, look at how bouncy. Why don't we keep the rhythm till party's done? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when DJ stop the sound, let us ride. Seems to feel the beat, look at how bouncy. Why don't we keep the rhythm till party's done? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but when DJ stop the sound, let us ride.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Historic Holmberg Hall here at the University of Oklahoma's Norman campus. My name is Michael Bearden, and I'm the director of the OU School of Dance. Thank you for joining us tonight for our 27th annual and first ever virtual Once Upon a Dream. To say the least, this has been a challenging year for many people around the globe. And it has been no different for our students in the School of Dance. They have had many performance and training opportunities taken away from them and have felt their confidence in their identity as artists shaken to its core. Despite these obstacles, our students have persisted this fall semester and have rediscovered their voices through their work here in the school. I want to thank our amazing staff and faculty for their dedication to our students and our mission to deliver the highest quality of education possible for the purpose of changing lives. Tonight, you will get to meet some of our students and see the results of their dedication to the study of dance. You will also meet a few guests and hear about an exciting new initiative we have launched in the School of Dance to support our students for many years to come. I want to turn it over now to our Director of Development, David Barosio, so he can share information with you on how you can get involved in supporting our students. Take it away, David.
Thank you, Michael. Good evening. I first want to take a moment to say thank you for joining us in this very special and unique event celebrating and benefiting the OU School of Dance. Due to the worldwide pandemic, we had to think creatively in how we could deliver the elegance and excitement that Once Upon a Dream has been known for in a new virtual format. We are excited to bring to you a new engaging platform that allows you to participate in the Once Upon a Dream auction, support our scholarships and student opportunities, and participate and engage in a lovely presentation that we have for you tonight. Should you wish to participate in tonight's auction and support opportunities, please visit dance.ou.edu/dream. Once there, you will find a link that will direct you straight to our auction and presentation. From that point, registration is very simple. Simply click the link in the upper right-hand corner that says Get Started. After that, fill out the required information and you'll be all set. Please note that if you do want to participate in the auction, you will need to provide a valid credit card, email, and mobile phone number. The auction is now open and will close on Friday, November 20th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. You'll be notified via email or mobile phone number regarding items that you bid on or any other important notifications throughout the auction process. We also want you to know that we take the privacy of your personal information seriously, and it will be fully protected to the furthest extent possible. If you are a sponsor of this event, thank you. You should have already received a notification letting you know that you are already registered for the auction and any other additional information that may be needed. Should you have any questions or difficulty in registering, please email us at dance@ou.edu. If you are outbid of an auction item or are unable to support us throughout this week, please visit dance.ou.edu to support the OU School of Dance at any time. I want to thank you again for your support of our extremely talented dance students. We know at this time there are many organizations and needs out there that are vying for your support, so we truly appreciate all of your generosity and time. We hope you enjoy this evening's presentation. Again, thank you and have a wonderful evening as you get to know our tremendously talented dancers and truly being able to see the lives that Once Upon a Dream 2020 will impact. Cheers.
I knew I loved dance more than anything, but down the road, I wanted to earn a place in the medical field, and I felt a lot of pressure to decide whether I wanted to find a successful career in dance or if I wanted to go to college. My name is Allie Smith. I'm a senior dual degree student in ballet pedagogy and rehabilitation sciences. I wasn't sure whether I was going to continue, really. So when I was looking at colleges, that year for me was a lot of soul searching and just trying to figure out the difference between success and fulfillment, if there really is one. And I saw the potential for a lot of balance and growth in OU. I have been challenged in so many positive ways. And on top of working towards 2 degrees, I've also gotten to perform with Oklahoma City Ballet as part of the joint trainee program with OU. And that's been an incredible experience in getting to be immersed in the rigor and the mentality of the professional world. I found a sense of inherent leadership and commitment to my fellow dancers, and I realized that's really where I want to spend my life, and that's where I want to make an impact. There's a huge part of me that just wants to stay here forever, but I'm also very prepared to go out into the world and to take that next step. And I know the experiences and the relationships that I have had here at OU are things that I can take with me no matter where I go.
Before I came to OU, I was very heavily set on pursuing a ballet performance career. I danced pretty much every single day, took as many classes in as many different styles as I possibly could. I'm Emmy Wildermuth, and I'm a modern dance performance senior at the University of Oklahoma. When I initially came into the program, I knew very little about the contemporary side of the dance world, which was something that I was very interested in because I've always had a hard time just sticking to like one thing. I like to choose and do everything. And as I've gone through this college experience, I've gotten the opportunity to learn an entire different side of this art form that I love that I had no idea existed. Blisters and bruises, I was bleeding all the time, and I was like, this is where I really belong. In the end, it's an opportunity for you to explore who you are as an artist before you take that next step into the professional world, and I think that that's something that's really valuable and something that I didn't know that I was even looking for when I was looking into this program. It was probably the best decision I've ever made.
All of us at the OU School of Dance would like to say a heartfelt thank you to the dedicated medical professionals at the OU Health Sciences Center. Because of the tireless work of the University of Oklahoma's Chief COVID Officer, Dr. Dale Bratzler, and the countless research hours to keep us safe and healthy so that we may continue to pursue our academic and professional dreams, they are our 2020 Once Upon a Dream honorees.
Hi, I'm Senior Vice President and Provost Jason Sanders. It's my honor to accept this recognition on behalf of the OU Health Sciences Center. We truly thank the Weizenhofer family, College of Fine Arts, and the School of Dance for this exceptional honor. The relationship between the arts and medicine is deeply interconnected. At first, this may seem surprising, but the parallels are endless. Both value empathy, communication, and the human condition. For each of the more than 4,000 students and residents who are trained each year at the OU Health Sciences Center, my hope is simple. If their health professions education teaches them one thing, it's that healthcare is about people. This guiding truth has grounded OU health professionals for well over a century, building a legacy that is thriving today. The OU Health Sciences Center is one of only 3 comprehensive academic health centers in the nation, with 7 health profession colleges, a National Cancer Institute designated cancer center, and both an adult and pediatric Level 1 trauma center. During this unprecedented year of COVID-19, the expertise of our faculty members and OU's health professionals has been on full display for our neighbors in Oklahoma. As our state's flagship university and Oklahoma's only academic health system, we've been uniquely poised to serve our state and our nation in this time of greatest need. And now, a few words from 2 of our incredible faculty members, Dr. Jimmy Ballard and then Dr. Rachel Franklin.
For months now, Health Science Center researchers and clinician scientists have been actively engaged in a variety of COVID-19 research, including research in support of a vaccine. Our researchers have tested vaccine candidates as part of leading national clinical trials, resulting in discoveries that support the ongoing development of safe, effective vaccines. Beyond COVID-19, the Health Science Center research enterprise has had a transformative impact on advancing health in Oklahoma. In fiscal year 2020, OU Health Science Center earned a record of $190 million in federal and state awards. A total of that includes over $86 million from the National Institutes of Health, which we consider to be the gold standard in research funding. Together, our state's brightest medical scientists are on the front lines of discovering healthcare breakthroughs that ensures the health is in our future.
At the Health Sciences Center, our commitment to health runs deep, providing advanced, compassionate care through body, mind, and spirit, just as the arts do. There's no question that participation in the fine arts leads to good health. Studies show that the act of being creative through pursuits like dancing, music performance, acting, and others benefits health, both in the short term and the long term. It's been shown that people with musical training have improved connectivity between the 2 hemispheres of their brains. The arts also improve cognitive functioning and problem-solving capacity, boost the immune system, and reduce stress. Dancing, because it involves movement, brings the added value of fitness, which can improve blood pressure and triglyceride levels, among other benefits. The human body is beautiful, complex, and resilient, and it is an incredible gift. Like dancers, our doctors, nurses, physical therapists, and others bring their expertise to the work they do, but they also understand how working as a team can create the best outcomes. Consider the art of medicine as opposed to the science, where you understand the patient, not just the disease. At the OU Health Sciences Center, we are committed to the art of medicine just as we are the science of medicine, where patients aren't just seen through the lens of their illnesses, but are treated by recognizing their humanity and worth. Thank you again to the Weitzenhofer Family College of Fine Arts and the School of Dance for this incredible honor.
Thank you, Dr. Sanders, Ballard, and Franklin, for your inspiring message. On behalf of everyone at the OU School of Dance, we send our heartfelt thanks to the brave women and men at the OU Health Sciences Center. We appreciate greatly your valiant efforts to ensure our safety during this global pandemic. Your work allows us to continue to move, create, breathe, feel, and remember what it means to be human, while inspiring others to do the same. I would like to now introduce the next performance of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the dancers of Contemporary Dance Oklahoma to the stage as they present an excerpt from Another Prayer, choreographed by Claude Alexander III.
I was in like a training program back at Atlanta Ballet. That's where I used to dance. It's a big city and we don't really like talk with everyone, but I feel like here it's very personable and everyone is really, really nice and welcoming. My name is Kyra Robinson. I'm a freshman and my major is ballet performance here at the University of Oklahoma. I haven't been here very long, but they seem very interested in me as a person, and that's what I really wanted out of a college. Dance is like very hard, and I think I was really internally like beating myself up about it because as a dancer in the ballet world, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and that can get really tough mentally. So I feel like the support really influenced my dancing, I would say. They've thrown us into this professional environment, but have also allowed room and space for us to grow as individuals and as dancers. I can tell the energy in the room, everyone wants to be there, everyone is working hard, and that is also inspiring to me because it makes me want to work harder. Having people like that around you is very important.
Everybody's purpose in dance is very different. Some people want entertainment, some people want, TV, showbiz. But I think for me what stands out is the artistry and the connecting with your audience. So I'm Leslie Castillo. I'm a freshman modern dance performance major at the University of Oklahoma. Being that I was in Austin, I wanted that big city experience. But just seeing the dancers that come here, just the energy that everybody comes in with. I think everybody's so dedicated. Coming here, I just told myself that this was it. Prior to me coming, I got injured, wasn't able to dance for about a year. I didn't have the support of family other than my mom. And that just kind of motivated me to just keep working hard, save my money, and to be able to come here. Being here now as a student, there's a rewarding aspect of it where you lack, you get it somewhere else. Every day I push myself. I want to learn how to help and how I can best connect with people. And these are a lot of things that I've noticed that dance has taught me from a very young age. And I think that's important as a dancer.
In the OU School of Dance, creating a safe environment for all of our students that is equitable and inclusive is a priority. We stand with and support our underrepresented students in an effort to make sure their voices as young artists are heard. Please enjoy this behind-the-scenes look into the journeys of a few of our students in the School of Dance who are making their mark here on campus.
For me personally, dance is being able to convey your internal feelings to others in a way that isn't typically used.
Dance, if I had to give it another name, it's essence. Dance itself is about humanity, it's communication. I want you to feel how I feel. And it's not like reading a book, it's about seeing it in real time.
One of the biggest moments in my life was when I saw Sleeping Beauty. The night I saw it, Hiseo was Aurora, and she is a Korean principal dancer. During the curtain call, she was like standing front and center on the stage in her tutu, and she was curtsying to the audience. And I just had this moment where I like envisioned myself in her shoes. And I was like, I want to do that. And I feel like if ballet is more diverse, then more people can have that moment.
I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and there's a lot of historically black colleges in Atlanta, and they were in my backyard. So my uncle, being a graduate of our HBCU himself, we went to homecomings, and I was like this big. And that changed my life, to see the dancers with the band and them playing funk music, and they were just jamming. But dance for me, ever since I was little, has always been something that I did. I just danced, casually. I had a love for it, but I didn't really do it. And I didn't really begin to do it, honestly, until I lost my mom. She believed in me. She told me that I can do it. And she told me that I was going to be her postcard child. So when I lost my mom and I lost that support structure, I remember talking about how I felt like I was falling. You know how you feel like you're falling, and then dance he saved me. I just want to dance. I just want to dance. And I didn't know why I wanted to dance, but I just knew I needed it like the air that I breathe. It gave me a spark, a flame, a creative outlet. And as I grew older, my relationship and love for dance changed to choreography. And the reason that I chose OU was the fact that I wanted to choreograph and I wanted to be able to set works and really establish myself as a choreographer. And OU provided a really good opportunity for me to do that. But when I stepped into Oklahoma, it was like, wow, I'm far.
I kind of chose OU solely for the ballet program. I remember just really loving the audition, really loving the classes, and really connecting with Michael especially because we talked for a while after my audition, and when he kept on coming back to me and checking up on me, like he was the type of director that I wanted to have, and therefore this type of program was the type of program I would want to be at. Coming to OU, it was kind of one of those first moments where I realized fully where I was and that this was kind of going to be my new norm. I remember distinctly looking up the general race demographics here, and it was somewhat of a deterrent for sure.
Coming from a big city like Atlanta, I was exposed to a lot of different cultures. So the lack of diversity really kind of shocked me in a way that I felt very alone, that it was just me. And I didn't really have that support immediately via my faculty when I looked at them. And that was something that I had to kind of get used to or figure out how could I push through that.
I mean, everyone here at OU says it, one of the best things about going to a university like OU is that you get pushed out of your comfort zone, you experience new things, you meet new people. But I feel like that's not necessarily true for probably a majority of the student population. They can very easily stay in their bubble and not necessarily be challenged to think differently or think in new ways because they don't have to.
As a Black male, I can speak to my experience. I could talk about how it feels to grow up in the South or to lose a parent. I don't want to go to a program and see all stories about being happy and fun and energetic. And that's somebody's experience, but it's also about how we all can bring our different perspectives into the studio and how that can create a holistic performance.
If you don't create large structural change, then you can't feel it in the little individual pockets. Representation in the ballet world and seeing people doing what you want to do that you can relate to, it's a source of inspiration and it's really a source of motivation because it shows you that it's possible.
But it's very, very specific, which is good. I want to create a space where everybody feels like they're the best that they can be. And I want to teach. I want to pass things down. I want to uplift the next generation of young dancers and minority kids because they need representation, they need that. They need an outlet where they're able to see themselves.
I think there's a ways to go, but I'm really proud of the steps that have been taken so far at OU. I think the environment that they tried to cultivate here has been one that's open to criticism and open to hearing people's voices, which I think is one of the most important steps. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful for future steps. I'm hopeful to see what this program can transform into because I have a lot of faith in it.
It's not always about the steps that you're giving them. It's about how I gave it to them, how we talked about it, having that conversation with them, and it's that moment of connection in the studio that's unbeatable. And that's really what it's about with the next generation and recruitment. It's about the students who have to know that it can happen. They have to feel it in their skin.
Knowing something is possible is You don't realize how encouraging such a simple thing can be. It gives you hope for the direction that the art form can take. Because if you see more and more people like you on stage, then, it shows that the direction of the art form is changing.
OU will be a place where minority choreographers and dancers can share their stories. We're creating a path where we can develop and grow as a program with diversity at our core and at our reach.
Our desire as a school is to make meaningful change in support of our underrepresented students. To this end, the Maria Tallchief Endowed Scholarship and the Marjorie Tallchief Endowed Scholarship have been established in the OU School of Dance to provide much-needed financial support at such a crucial time. For these scholarships, priority consideration will be given to those students of American Indian backgrounds and/or students with demonstrated socioeconomic disadvantages. We are happy to honor the amazing accomplishments of Maria and Marjorie Tallchief in this way, and have received a very generous commitment of $20,000 from Vicki and Lynn Rose to aid in the establishment of these scholarships. Our hope is that you will join us to provide a lasting legacy and support future generations of dancers. And now, here are some special messages from Chief Standing Bearer of the Osage Nation and Dean Mary Margaret Holt.
Good evening. I'm Chief Jeff Standing Bearer of the Osage Nation. It's my honor to be here to ask you to contribute, as the Osage Nation has, to the new endowment sponsored by the University of Oklahoma School of Dance in honor of two great Osages, Maria and Marjorie Tallchief. These two women and their immense talent were known by my parents' generation, grandparents' generation, but they need to be known by the current generation and the future. And the best way to do that is to involve the young in dance. We can only do that in cooperation with the University of Oklahoma, the Osage Nation, and you. So we look forward to participating in this great project and continue it for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Standing Bearer, for being with us this evening, and especially for your support of these scholarships honoring Marjorie Tallchief and Maria Tallchief, two great American ballerinas. I was very fortunate in my young life as a dancer to come into close contact with both of them, when at the age of 16, Maria changed my life by offering me a scholarship to George Balanchine's School of American Ballet in New York City. I was so inspired and awestruck taking Maria's classes, which were rigorous and challenging, but full of hope and confidence. Years later, as a soloist and principal in Houston Ballet, I came into contact with Marjorie, who was then co-director of Dallas Ballet. Every year at Christmas, Houston Ballet and Dallas Ballet produced a co-authored production of The Nutcracker in Dallas. And so that was a lovely experience to work with both of them. These two famous American ballerinas have inspired generations of young dancers since that time. And so it's only very appropriate that we honor them with these scholarships. I would like to invite you to join all of us in the School of Dance in contributing to these scholarships that will influence and support generations of young dancers to come. The next generation is already waiting in the wings. So please consider joining us in supporting our future students. Now, I would like to invite you to join me in welcoming our Once Upon a Dream co-chairs, Wally Huskinen and Leslie Clowers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Margaret, for your introductory words. And welcome everyone to Dance Partners Once Upon a Dream 2020. The 27th time this has been celebrated. We thank all of the work that the students for all of the work that they have done, for the faculty for their work in adjusting to this year. And we are sure you are going to enjoy this evening.
We have been enjoying watching the performance so far. We've also loved bidding on the online auction and would love for you to join us in that.
So I'd like to raise a toast to our healthcare workers at the Health Sciences Center. They're our honorees this evening. Thank you for all the work you've put in. and hope you all enjoy the evening as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Leslie and Wally, for your inspiring leadership in preparation for this evening's event. I also want to thank the entire Once Upon a Dream Planning Committee for their faithful dedication to our students. And finally, I want to thank our Dream sponsors, Vicky and Lynn Rose, and Scissortail Media, in addition to all of our sponsors scrolling at the top and bottom of this presentation. Thank you for your generous support that allows our students, staff, and faculty to continue to reach for their dreams. From all of us in the OU School of Dance, thank you for joining us this evening. And we hope you will continue to dance hand in hand with us as we inspire the next generation of dancer artists. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Came on down into the middle of the party and in the cool beat of the happy, they went fire. Dancing and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool beat of the happy, they went fire. On down into the middle of the party and in the cool beat of the happy, they went fire. Dancing and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool beat of the happy, they went fire.
To feel the beat, look at our body. Why don't we keep the rhythm till party starts? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but how the DJ stop the sound? Let us ride.
On down into the middle of the party and in the cool beat of the happy, they went fire. Dancing and talking about the power of the gospel. In the cool beat of the happy, they went fire.
To feel the beat, look at our body. Why don't we keep the rhythm till party starts? Now people wanna stop the frenzy happening, but how the DJ stop the sound? Let us ride. To